Hello and welcome to Saved Not Scammed, where we expose manipulation, uplift the truth, and where we always remember Jesus didn't need an upline, so neither do we. My name is Kayla, and I am a self-proclaimed Bible Christian. Why do I even bring up what religion I am in this context? It's because we're exposing faith manipulation used by Christians to get people to join their pyramid schemes. No, thank you. No, ma'am. I don't like it. It's not so cutesy. Now, recently we covered Kelsey Ray. Well, she crashed out, gave us a tell-all, told us she's broke as a joke and her marriage is not so cutesy. All in the effort to celebrate getting a rental property. I mean, good for you, girlie, I guess. Now, on those videos, we saw a commenter, and boom, I immediately recognized her name. I've been watching anti-MLM content. It's been putting me to sleep for over a decade. And when I say putting me to sleep, I mean that's my comfort. That's my comfort watch, okay? So I have surely whirly heard, seen, and recognized Courtney Shepard. And boy, was she on there just like, praise God. And you got this, girlie, God's with you. And I was like, oh, I didn't know Courtney Shepard was like that. I wanted to do a little Instagram stalking. Ooh. I want to see what Courtney Shepard is up to. I want to see what she is working with on her little Instagrams. She has 9,909 followers. She says, Queen of Transformation. Her little profile pic has her kissy face, peace sign out with butterfly wings behind her. And she says 1% better daily in all areas. Girl, yesterday I was 5% worse, okay? It says 18 plus years, top 1% global builder. So you've been scamming people for 18 years? Ooh. K_1 focus energy start here with, of course, a little linkmate.1. Let me just click and see what she's got on here. It's ketones. It's how she makes money so you can too, aka probably the prove it opportunity, prove it income disclosure. Oh, this is spicy. The very first one, promoter, it says for her MLM, the average annual income of these promoters in 2022. We should have the 2025, at least the 2024. That is sketch. But it says it was $10. And we all know 2022 was a great year for them. So that is saying something. Next, it says the next rank 1 promoter, the last one was 44%. This one is 16.26%, was $304.18 annually. These are annually. To get to just above minimum wage as their average, you still have to be in the 1.35% of this company. You're not a millionaire, okay? You're just making a living, barely. So what an interesting income disclosure. And it does say that they have to pay a $49 annual promoter fee. Don't know if that's still applicable, but I would assume so. If not, it's probably gone up. Who knows? Remember, everything said in this video is all my own opinion. Blah, 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 blah. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. But boy, so if you're making $10.48, they've got almost half the company in the red. Gross. Disgusting. That's what you're promoting, Courtney? You nasty. That's what you want for God's children? Is to be in the red, minimum $40, not including purchasing the products. That's just to be a promoter. Anywho, let's see what she's got on her Instagram. I just want to do a little stalking. And the first thing I noticed right off the bat when I give it a little scroll, is it says, I'm in a different season. She's looking out over the ocean in her high heels. The next one over says, I love this profession. For some reason, she's out in the snow. No reason why. But my favorite, the best for last, and I can't wait to go over. Oh, yeah, there's one with a Bible in it. Ooh, but this one is a phoenix flying, and it says, rise. Of course, we gotta go to the pinned ones first. And for some reason, my Apple headphones that I have had for probably half a decade plus are not working. Surprise, surprise. So, I don't know how these things work. My husband got new ones. Why does it look like there's food on there? Y'all. And we're gonna use these big bad boys to hear what's going on. This first one says, it's like that fast, guys. Your whole life can change. And of course, it's got a little picture of Kelsey Ray on there.
It's like that fast, guys. Your whole life can change. It can change for the good, and it can change for the worse. Maybe this is not great, but maybe it's actually...
So right off the bat, we have the background voice is of Jessie Lee Ward. If you don't know, she was in the same company. She was a very prominent MLM individual. And these people were all in her downline, I want to say. I have the worst memory, guys. I swear to you, I have watched so much of this content. It kind of all drifts together over time. And they're all just scammers in my eyes. But Jessie Lee Ward has since passed away. May she rest in peace. But they are just dancing around. This is just like a little montage. I'm going to have it going in the background while I read to you her ginormous caption. I thought Kelsey Ray created big captions, but this is insane. So I'm going to try and fast read it, fast go. We found it and we are changing the world. We will help you get physically fit and healthy. I have no desire for surface level friendships. Give me the magic, super soul experience. I have a strong desire to be alone at times. It's where I get my best ideas. Alone is a place where I found the best parts of my healing. If you are familiar with human design, and I know that they do all kinds of personality stuff, self-help, this is a very common thing within MLMs. Because if you're not getting money out of it, they have to provide some sort of substance. So that's self-help and community. That's what is kind of being pushed here. It says, it is also where I best flow in my genius. I'm naturally good at things that I can't always explain. Do you relate? I also have a strong need in all of us for community. Real, deep, meaningful conversations with deeply feeling people. This week with the team was about deep connections and bonding. We get to do this together. We're here to make a big impact. I'm trying to make sure that if it's in all caps, I give it the same energy. It's like that fast, guys. Your whole life can change. It can change for the good. It can change for the whoops. Maybe this is not great, but maybe it turns me into the most powerful version of myself. Maybe this weekend, doesn't go exactly how you planned it, but maybe it ends up being the best weekend that transformed you in your life. Jessie Lee. I'm assuming that was Jessie Lee trying to convince people to go to these conferences. Oh, they love these conferences because specifically the companies like them because it puts a fire under these representatives to continue with the company despite potentially having no profit, losing money, being in the red, or feeling like they're spending a lot of time being told that they can't do a good enough job, but the community is there for them. It continues to say, that quote describes my life since January 2023. It describes many weekends I've experienced. Feels like every 4 to 6 weeks there's a new layer in my healing, a new transformative weekend experience. What if taking a leap and surrendering to the process of becoming actually turns you into the most powerful version of yourself? What if you fail? Oh, but darling, what if you fly? Are you going to be on the next team experience with us? Imagine if you start now. Y'all. All right, her next video says, when they tell you to pick a niche, but you have ADHD and a multifaceted human. Catch me dancing and singing, eating, global leader, mother, personal network, something, healing and healthy. Why is the opening one just like a picture of her behind, her little tushy? It's giving very Kelsey Ray energy. She loves to put her butt all over the World Wide Web. Oh, I'm sorry, not sorry. She's like on a parenting grift now, and one of you could tell it's zoomed in with her child, but her butt's in the foreground. Guys, it says, always a minimum of 11 browser tabs open at all times and a theme song playing in the background. Remember, babe, you are not a box, so you So no need to try to fit in one. They said that I couldn't do it, so I went and woo, did it, yeah. Oh, these must be songs. I don't want to read all these songs. I'll put it up here. You know, and this is a good place where I like to find my research is in the comments. Anytime you see a little blue check mark, click on that bad boy. And boy, do they usually have some goodies for me. But can I be honest with you? This is given Pinterest a la 2010, quotes. Girl, we don't need no quotes, okay? We're just living our best life. We don't need no quotes. Okay, this one has Eric Worre in the picture for, what do they call it? The main picture, I don't know. Guys, I'm so bad at social media. I can't even edit a video and post it. I had to post 3 different times yesterday. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are so sweet. You commented again on a video you'd already commented on. Y'all are so sweet. I can't. This one says, how many exposures does it take with Courtney Shepard?
People are spending their money. They're just not consuming products as much. They're spending money on experiences. The airplanes are full. They're flying, they're traveling, they're spending their money. They're just holding on to it a little bit tighter. They're not saying no to you. They're saying not right now. And the amount of exposures that it's going to take for them to say yes to you, to see the value in you and what you are offering is no longer 7 to 10 exposures.
What do you think it is?
I think it's double at minimum.
I think it's like 30 to 40.
Yes. I mean,
online.
Because they're
In
so
person,
used to it.
one-on-one, it's like 6.
Everyone's selling you
They've
something.
they've decided I'm going to buy this thing,
Yes.
but they just haven't gotten around to buying it.
This is something I've actually gotten into recently, is watching these experts, who knows if they are or not, but give advice on the Instas. And boy, is their advice exactly what we knew, what we thought, what we assumed all along. All they want is our money. They just want our money. That's it. Guys, hold on to your pockets. Hold on to your wallets. Hold on to that phone wallet with your whole heart, because they are just trying to snatch it from you. The comment says, it's from Eric Worre himself, so it's not lengthy, but it says, things are the same as they used to be. People are still buying, but it takes far more exposures before they make a purchase. I highly recommend listening to this podcast episode with I Am Courtney Shepard on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, why does everyone have a podcast? I couldn't listen to myself talk more. You know, one of the issues that I have with editing is I gotta talk to myself for sometimes 2-3 hours to film a video, and then I've gotta edit and listen to myself. Y'all, I don't want to listen to myself that much, okay? I'm trying to listen to an audiobook. I'm trying to listen to something else. It just gets exhausting, so I don't go in and double check stuff, which I should. And when I don't do that, then you end up with all these little mini editing errors. And gosh, I'm just so sorry. All right, this one appears to be with maybe a family member.
It's a great day to have a great day. What are these jeans? These are the ones we got at the Goodwill. $5. $5. Hey. Got Grandma B's.
I can't tell if that was an editing error or she said it at the same time twice, and if she did, that's super cringe. Now, do I do that sometimes too? If I'm like, oh, I'm not like speaking correctly, I'm still getting used to the denture that's in my mouth, so my speaking is not the best. So thank you so much, guys. Can I just say thank you? I'm sorry. I just love y'all. Okay, but it says, so much of my current life in one video. While they're pouring, prove it. K1 drinks very strategically placed. It's not even strategic. It's just bam, right there in the screen to go pour into their drinks. Let's listen to what they have to say. I'll read this once again, a little bit shorter one. It says, heading to church after celebrating my grandma's life 1 year later, mixing up K1 with my mom, laughing and creating memories with our family and her bestie of 25 plus years. Families coming together and now building a real legacy together with laughter and communication. It's exactly what my grandma always wanted. I know she's prayed hard for it, and now she gets to see it all. And another song by Frank Sinatra. And all the kids are having a blast being their weird, authentic selves.
Sitting over here with some flowers.
Yeah,
She would love those.
she would too.
They're pretty.
Pretty just like her.
We had a great day yesterday. It was fun.
It was. It was a good turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice. Everyone had a good time.
Her best friend Lori of like, I don't know, 30 years.
25, something like that. Has it been 30?
I'm 36. I'm only 37. How young was I?
No, it would have to be like 25
We moved.
because Tony
Okay.
and Zach were little.
Okay. First time she's ever been over here, and she spent the whole day, and I was like, and well, she's cut all of our hair, our heads, and I'm like, look at all these heads growing up around you. She's like, now I'm cutting the grandkids.
Right? All of them.
Cheers.
I have a second mom like that who's been best friends with my mom since the dawn of time. Hello, Kathy. Obsessed with you. I don't see what this is about. Does this have a purpose? Who's watching this?
She is, darling.
Oh, sure. See, maybe it's your fancy little water that mixes and makes it taste.
It does, Mom.
I'm telling you.
It really does. Remember that? I know, right?
If you don't know, I have a big old problem with people putting on their very public social medias any photos, videos of their children. Why? Informed consent. They are not of an appropriate developmental age to understand the ramifications of having their cute little faces on the World Wide Web. They just aren't. Sorry, not sorry. And so I will be blurring any little faces, anyone I assume to be under the age of 18 or known to be. But when I was scrolling through her stuff, it appeared quite a bit that she uses her children as, well, it looks like props. Y'all, do I look like a gamer? Anywho, this is the most boring video. I'm going to go to another one. I don't care if she's talking about her life. If this one's a better video and I'm just being impatient, y'all let me know. Next one has her kid. I don't want to watch it. Okay, we'll watch the next one. The next one I looked at, and it was actually posted by one of her downline, and that downline does not appear to be super public, doesn't have a verified account, so we will not go through that one. Let's go to the next one.
Hello, 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 beautiful people. It's a great day to have a great day.
It's not a day, it's a night.
It's a great night to have a great night. I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Why would you start a live while you're about to eat what appears to be a very messy sandwich? Y'all, am I doing social media wrong, or is that weird? I like to have a little beverage next to me with a massive sandwich. Guys, what do they know about social media that I don't know? Because I wouldn't want to watch this if I was doing this on my own spare time, not for a video, but
I open up my mouth
here we go.
really big. It's becoming a thing. It's like a mukbang. Let's sit and eat a late dinner tonight together. What's up, Nicole? Oh, I dropped some of my... Look at the shadows. Look. How's your evening? Hello, beautiful people. Karen. Love you, Karen. What's up, Sarah? Listen, we can just hang out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them. I've had a great day. It's been an amazing day. Joshua went to the farm. Got us some... Courtney Shortney. Hello, Maria. How are you, darling? How are you, darling? Anyways. Joshua went to the farm today to get...
Y'all, I cannot handle that one. I'm sorry. She takes forever to get started. If y'all have never watched Julie Anderson, boy, do I love her content. And she just hops right in. If a live's going, she's like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. Okay, here we go. And I'm obsessed with her. She has such great quality content. One of my absolute favorite creators here. So check her out if you don't already know. I would assume my entire audience knows who the heck she is. She is way bigger than me. But she's just incredible.
What? That's never happened. That has never happened. Are you kidding me? That's never happened. That's never happened.
Y'all, absolutely, I do not know what I just watched. What is going on? I stepped into silence. The lights went out. For we walk by faith, not by sight. God will always send us the winks. Massive dot. Of course she showed up. Silence doesn't mean absence. That isn't just a reset. It's initiation time. See you on the other side. What is she talking about? Y'all, fill me in. What is she talking about? Someone said chills. Why? What is going on?
What? That's never happened.
I don't know. I don't care. Okay, next one. I thought that was going to be longer. This is the most boring social media I've ever been on. I'm sorry. Release. Rise. I hope that candle is far enough away from the top of that cabinet. I can't really tell. My depth perception is off. But, and of course she's got the Bible right there. She's got the Empire Cup right there. Oh, what are we doing? Someone says, I've been feeling this lately. Girl, what? What is going on with this social media? Maybe I should have watched that live. Maybe it will give more context, but I just couldn't get past the eating and how boring it was.
I love that this profession has given me the room, the space to evolve. I was never going to grow into a successful version of myself if I stayed the same. Taking off the masks layer by layer, everyone I outgrow. This is a path that grows with you. Not only pursuing better, helping others do the same. That matters to me. % every day.
Okay, her caption says, I chose a path that didn't require me to stay who I was. With a mission of contentiamo growth. Am I supposed to know what that is? Am I just uneducated? I have no idea. It says growth should not only be allowed in life and in work. It should be encouraged and celebrated. Every single profession, you have opportunity for growth. Like even if you're a grocery store bagger, learning how to talk to people, learning customer service skills, like everywhere you have growth. It's not like, you don't have the opportunity to grow and move anywhere. But of course, her hashtags are give it to God, I surrender, and obedience. Oh, with the obedience stuff. And someone, of course, commented, yes, and amen. All right. The next one says that I'm in a different season. And that's just it, just a picture. And it says, Jessie Lee always said, not everything we do needs to be. What? Learned it from many greats, as always. Growth used to feel like urgency. Now it feels like integration. I'm not hiding. I'm becoming. Butterfly emoji. This butterfly stuff is very prominent. I have a feeling it has to do with Jessie Lee Ward. I can't remember anything of that nature, but they're really leaning into that. The next one, she's got her Bible in her lap.
Transformation doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly. In the in-between. After the lessons, before the confidence. This season isn't about becoming visible. It's about becoming aligned. I'm letting the change finish before I name it. Transformation.
If you could not see the visuals on that bad boy, I'm going to be so for real. That was the most cringiest thing I ever did see. And something that I remember that really struck a chord with me when I was in rehab. If you don't know, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I did go to the rehabs. And that was my first experience of anything ever like that. I was just a normal person moving and grooving through my day and using and abusing alcohol as a means for coping what I was going through. And it got to be to an extent and where the behavior was absolutely addictive, you know? So one of the things that I remember is they were talking about having a moment with your higher power. If you don't know, AA is, the first step is to have a higher power. It doesn't need to be God. Doesn't at all. But it's, a lot of people were like the universe. And there's so much church hurt in rehab, and I love that AA has made a space for anyone. You don't have to be Christian. It's just that there's something else moving and grooving in the world that is not us. We don't have control over everything. And I remember one of the teachers saying that, listen, when you have your moment, your meditation, your moment to yourself with your higher power, it could be in bed, cozy wozy, and you could be having a more intimate, meaningful, purposeful moment than someone who looks like they're in the most meditative state. They could be thinking about what to eat for lunch. Do not focus on what it looks like. It's all about what it feels like. And going so far as to video yourself having this moment with your higher power seems so performative. You know the camera's there. This is not a candid moment. And even if it was candid, I would highly doubt it. You know, just to be in my opinion. And, you know, do your thing, girl. Have your time with your Bible. You know, do all the things. Go for it. But why do we have to see it? Why are you intentionally making this video to post it? What, to show that you're such a good Christian? You're scamming people, Courtney. Don't think that's very Christianly. And who am I to say what's Christian and what's not? I am nobody. Judge me all you want. Go ahead. Be like, you're the worst Christian ever. Sure, I'll take it. But let's go to the next one.
I wanted to build something that didn't disappear when I slowed down. I wanted depth. I wanted sustainability. I wanted a business that could grow with me, not burn me out. Network marketing rewards people who think long-term, build relationships, and create systems that last. And exactly why I'm here. I wanted to build something.
Y'all, there is nothing sustainable about a business opportunity with a 99% failure rate and something that is borderline a pyramid scheme. And why do I say borderline? Because, of course, under, law, they have not been determined to be a pyramid scheme. So that's for the courts to decide, not for me. But in my opinion, they certainly are. Why? Because the focus is on recruitment, not just the products. Products are a way to get you in. The lifestyle's a way to get you in. She's kind of doing both in this, where she's featuring a product, and yet she's also posting the lifestyle. And honestly, so far, think about this. We've gone through all of her stuff, and not once has she talked about the product. And I know she does. I know she does talk about the product. She talks about how it helps her mind so much. And at the same time, she kind of sounds silly. Okay, the next one is just a picture of her and her kids. I don't want to see it. So let's go to the next one, which appears to be another little Bible sesh.
Elephants never forget. They move with memory, knowing where they've been and where they're going. Leadership isn't about moving fast forever. It's about remembering what matters when things get loud. I'm not building for today. I'm building for longevity, for impact, for legacy.
This is essentially a promoting post. She's promoting specifically her team, her little empire team. It was originally Jessie Lee Ward's, I think, and now it's theirs maybe, or they created an off-brand. I'm sure you guys can educate me in the comments. I just don't remember. However, I want to reference the Bible verse that specifically talks about being very public with your prayer. That's what she's doing. It's very intentional and it's public to get people to buy stuff. Not only did Jesus flip tables in all 4 Gospels, it's the same story, obviously told 4 different times, but it's talking about people who were taking advantage of people who were religious, coming to the temple, and they were gouging prices, doing all this nonsense for people who were just visiting the temple and who wanted to worship. And Jesus didn't like that. He did not like that. He flipped tables on those people. And that's what she's doing here, in my opinion. Please let me know if you have a different opinion. I'd love to know. But is she not specifically targeting Christians with this content and then labeling it as her brand? As if this, she says in here, speak and build momentum. Wisdom builds legacy. Here we do both. Here we do both, aka in her little team. It says, I'm choosing decisions that still make sense years from now. Girl, no. Bible verse is from Matthew 6, verse 5 through 6, ESV version, where Jesus instructs followers not to pray like hypocrites who show off in public to be seen by others. Instead, Jesus advises you, when you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret. Of course, it's not saying don't pray in public. Do you, Pookie? However, if there is intent behind it to be seen by others, which setting up a camera and filming yourself is in fact intent, in my opinion, to show to others, see, I'm praying. See, I'm reading my Bible. Good job. You want a gold star? Because I don't know if you'd get one according to the Beyblade, but that's just my opinion. Once again, bad Christian. I don't know.
It's a great day to have a great day. Beautiful people.
Y'all, I chose this profession because effort compounds here. Because consistency matters more than talent. You don't have to be loud to be committed. Watching the impact on my children and the...
So she's so glad she's consistently scamming people? Y'all, this is the worst account I have ever seen. When were y'all gonna tell me she was this cray-cray? If you guys have anyone else good that I should just do a little Snoopy whoop on, please let me know, because this is entertaining, hilarious, and all disturbing all at the same time, you know? Let's finish the video.
Effect of the way this team loves my kids. This path really rewards people who decide, lock in, and keep charging forward. Not for a moment, but for the long game. I love this family we're building together. You can sit with us.
It's a great day to have.
Her caption says, this profession doesn't reward hype. Really? It rewards follow-through. Really? This is shocking new information to me. The people who win here aren't the loudest. They're the ones who decide, commit, and keep charging forward. Momentum compounds when you don't stop. What is this, a hippopotamus emoji? A rhino? I don't know, don't care. This one says no one talks about this part. I don't know what we're seeing. Just a sea of blue and a bunch of people who are probably victims of this company and their intentions to rob you of your money, in my opinion. I've learned that consistency doesn't require certainty, it requires commitment. Forward is enough. Next one, momentum follows.
A rhino doesn't hesitate once it commits. It doesn't circle. It doesn't second guess. It applies force in one direction and moves forward. That's how real momentum is built. Decide, commit, charge. I believe in you.
She is dancing around in the snow next to her vehicle that has a big old Prove It sticker. And have y'all seen those ones out there that have like the Herbalife stickers on the back and all of that stuff, a little pin that says, you know, ask me how. If you don't know, my mom worked inside of an Herbalife shop for free, might I add. I verified with her. I was like, you made no money, right? She said, I made no money. Like, you know, hourly wage for being in the Herbalife shop making all those drinks and stuff. You know, she would always wear that little pin. She's part of the 99%. She was not successful. Okay? But she had a great 9-to-5 job, so good for her. And this was, she worked in that after I was out of the house. And so, you know, it's not like she was taking time away from her kids or anything. She was just doing it for funsies. Can I just say that we're not rhinos? I'm a human last time I checked. I'm a human being. So why is she telling me what a rhino does? A rhino does not have to pay their taxes. They don't have to go make money and pay rent and mortgage and electricity bill. This caption says, decide, commit, charge. A rhino doesn't waste energy reacting to everything around it. It moves with power. And when it commits, it charges. I feel like we should have gone the opposite direction because things are building on you. There's no comments on this, but she's commented herself and says, I believe in you. Rhino emoji. Y'all, are you as cringed out as I am?
I wanted to see my life from a higher view, and I sure didn't want my income capped by someone else's rules. I didn't want success that required me to be everywhere all the time. I wanted leverage, growth, alignment. Network marketing didn't lower my standards, it raised them. And the perspective to build intentionally.
She is once again just making these cringy, just big stretches. Oh, that feels good. But like filming yourself doing it, it's just so weird. And she's got her little Bible in her lap. She wants us to know she's a good question. It was such a good question. I'm not saying that for any particular reason. I just don't want anyone thinking that I think that I'm better or anything like that than anyone else. I just don't care enough. Her caption says, I didn't choose this path because it was popular. I chose it because it gave me vision, leverage, and room to grow. They love their little 3 things at the end, their little Oxford comma, giving them that extra punchline. Not every path fits every person, but this one fits the life I was building. You want it to not work. Yeah, just say you want to have no job, girl. Just say it out loud. This next one says, a few things I didn't learn until I grew up. Wanting more doesn't mean you're ungrateful for what you have. No. But when you have a lot and you still want more, that is concerning. Honestly, it really is. Because it's greed. If you take what she just said, wanting more doesn't mean you're ungrateful for what you have. But if you keep wanting more, you can be considered greedy. Sometimes. Not all the time. Just depends. Outgrowing people doesn't make you disloyal. It makes you honest. That is true. Sure. Choosing peace sometimes looks like choosing distance. Absolutely. Cool. I used to explain myself. Now I trust myself. Okay. Growth isn't loud. It's intentional. If this resonates, you're probably rising. I'm probably doing a lot of stuff, but not rising other than when I get up from this chair. Growth changed the way I see people, past, and myself. Not everyone comes with you to the next altitude, and that's okay. Y'all, did someone just quit your downline? Girl, just say that. Just say that. She big mad someone quit. Do y'all get that feeling? Oh, we've got another animal vibe. Which wolf do you feed?
There's a story about 2 wolves that live inside of all of us. One is fear, doubt, ego, procrastination, excuses. The other is discipline, courage, faith, consistency, leadership. When asked which one wins, the answer was simple: the one you feed. Leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware and choosing daily which voice gets fed. Today, I choose the wolf that builds. Today, I choose the wolf that builds.
This is the cringiest stuff I ever did see. Can you just imagine filming, okay? Just imagine. Oh, that feels so good to have off my ears. I don't know how he deals with that. I got my makeup all over it. Ugh. Could you imagine filming? You had this set up to have a little timer go off, okay? And you gotta walk towards it, and she just, girl, knock it off. When you're talking about which wolf you're feeding, that's determining your leadership. No. Are you a genuinely good leader? Do you have clear communication? Do you understand and can help out people's weaknesses and elevate their strengths? You know, and I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like I'm not the best leader. Every time, you know, I've been in a role, I felt like something was lacking. And, you know, that's just me. That's just, and maybe that's my desire to just want to be the best, you know, like be better than I was. But like, not everyone's meant to be a leader. And that's okay. But like telling people that it's because you're feeding a certain wolf that makes you a good leader, I don't know. And it says, there's a story about 2 wolves that live inside all of us. One wolf is fear, doubt, ego, procrastination, excuses. The other wolf is discipline, courage, faith, consistency, leadership. Someone asked which wolf wins, and the answer was simple: the one you feed. Leadership isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware and choosing daily which voice gets fed. Today, I choose the wolf that builds. Which one are you feeding this week? Now, this is a parable that is not in the Bible, but what is in the Bible is Jesus telling you that wolves will wear sheep's clothing and they will act all innocent and they will not be so cutesy. She's feeding a wolf within her. We know exactly who she is. Just kidding. But all right, it's only been 51 minutes and I've seen enough. Maybe I'll react to those longer lives. If you have a good live that you've really been disturbed by what she said, I'd love to see it. You can send it to me on the Instagrams. You don't have to screen record. You don't have to do none of that. Let me do that all. Let me do the hard work. But if you just saw something a little spicy you wanted me to react to, please send it to me. I'd love to. This was disturbing. This was a lot of that like language that they use to make it a lifestyle choice. You know, they're doing good. We have no idea how good she's doing. We have no idea how happy she is, how well taken care of her family is. They could be, and they could not be. We don't know that information. But what she's trying to portray is that she's living this great life. She's improved herself so much. She's growing. She's a phoenix. She's a wolf. She's a rhino. She's all these things. And to me, she's just a scammer. Prove its own income disclosure statement is disgusting, and the fact that it hasn't been updated in years is even more disturbing. It's 2026, spookies. What are we doing? So yeah, I'm glad that I took a little peeky sneak. I don't like her content, and that's just me. My opinion. If you like this video, if you like this kind of content, if you like just sneaking with me around Instagram and seeing what people are putting out there into the World Wide Web, seeing what scammers are trying to do to get our money, please follow me for more. Subscribe, like this content, hit me up on the other social medias. All I have is TikTok and Instagram. That's it. I can't be doing too much. Sorry. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.